Hello everyone, welcome back to Pwn TV. This is probably my final video for Treasure Hunter discussions that I'll be posting on my channel for a while. What I want to do in this video is I want to actually show a lot of new players the benefit of wearing more TH gear as opposed to less TH gear. As you know, you can actually put a lot of TH gear on your character in this game. So what better way to test it than to actually fight a monster that takes very reduced damage. That way I can poke him a lot of times, hundreds if not thousands of times before he dies. And that's going to allow me to actually maximize my swings and get the TH14 before the target dies. So if you're watching this, this is a video for you if you're trying to get TH14 on a target and you know that the target won't just die immediately. So what you see here is I'm wearing a TH set that in this particular fight against Warder of Fortitude, I'm wearing TH gear that maxes out at plus 24 because I have 3 in job traits as a Master Thief, and I also have the remaining 21 in gear. Actually, technically, this is 20 in gear, plus 20 TH. I'm missing the ring from the Adolin final boss. I went ahead and redeemed for the Orvale ring instead of the Gil and the TH ring that you can get. But that's only plus 1 TH, and since I actually have Vorseals inside of Esha Ruan, I get a plus 1 TH anyway. So it's basically capped TH for me. The only possible way to get any more TH than this is to have that ring and also the Vorseal, and that would be TH plus 25. But outside of Esha zones and Rizanjima zones with no Vorseals, your TH is capped at a plus 24 currently in gear. And my character, like I said, is plus 23, and the plus 1 for Vorseal, so I'm at plus 24 total. So what does that do for you? Well, according to my test just now, I spent an hour fighting this guy and grinded away at him, and I parsed the fight, and with all of the TH gear equipped for the first fight, I was able to get Treasure Hunter 14 debuff on the boss in 1,873 attacks. So I swung my weapons 1,873 times, and I was able to get TH14 on the boss that way, wearing Treasure Hunter plus 24 in gear and traits. That's what I was able to do. And then after I got him to Treasure Hunter 14 debuff and maxed out the Treasure Hunter 14 debuff on the target, I let him kill me, and then I went back to town, and I came back before he despawned, and then I fought him again a second time after he regenerated to full. If you've watched my previous videos, you know that when the monster regenerates to 100%, he loses his Treasure Hunter debuff, so his 14 wears off and it's a 0. And so then I fought him a second time from start to finish all over again, but I did not wear all of my TH gear. Instead, I wore just my Superior 5 Gandering daggers. I dual-wielded those, so that's plus 3 on each slot, plus my 3 in traits, plus my 1 Vorseal. That's Treasure Hunter plus 10 in gear and traits. And in that particular fight, the second time that I fought this guy from start to finish, took me 3,571 swings to get Treasure Hunter 14 debuff on the boss. Now that is literally twice as many swings to get the same Treasure Hunter 14 debuff on the boss. So the takeaway from this video is that if you want to actually get Treasure Hunter 14 as fast as possible, you need to crank up those numbers on your Treasure Hunter gear. And that's basically the best way to get Treasure Hunter 14 debuff as fast as possible. Again, 1,873 attacks versus 3,571 attacks. Now this is obviously just one test, and it is kind of RNG based, so random number generator says you might get a plus 1 to the Treasure Hunter debuff, you might not, depending on a lot of things, mostly luck, but a lot of math is involved, and it does calculate your gear. So if you want to get the content done faster and get the TH14 faster, you max out on the Treasure Hunter gear, which caps at Treasure Hunter plus 24 in gear and traits, plus 1 more for Vorseal, so Treasure Hunter plus 25 is the known cap in this zone. And in my second fight, again, I reduced the Treasure Hunter that I had to what a typical new player might have, and that was only TH plus 10 in Vorseal's gear and traits. And it took twice as long to kill the boss when I pursued that avenue of attacking him with that level of Treasure Hunter gear. So if you want to get the content done fastest, you got to get the treasure hunter gear, and you're going to be very happy that you did, because the numbers don't lie. So for the rest of this video, I'm going to speed up this hour-long recording, and I'm actually going to just shut up and let you guys watch the fight so you can see for yourselves how the parse actually took place on both of these fights. So the first fight is going to be max treasure hunter gear. The second fight is going to be average treasure hunter gear for most thieves. Okay? So enjoy the fight, and I'll see you at the end of the video. This is 5x speed. Alright, before I continue the video, I'm just going to show you the report here for this particular parse. The 1873 swings that shows up here on Party Chat is actually the number of attacks that I made. All of those attacks count for Thief's Treasure Hunter. On hit attacks will trigger Treasure Hunter occasionally based on your gear and your merits, your job points, gifts, etc. There's a lot of things. So this is max treasure hunter gear, obviously not using the +1 TH ring because it's 300,000 build to change to that, and I would have to spend another 300,000 build to change back to my crafting ring afterward. In my experience, +1 TH at this level is a moot point. It's maybe 100 swings different, probably something like that, so it's very trivial, but it still stacks. Everything does stack. So obviously if you had the ability to wear Treasure Hunter +1 million in gear, that would make TH14 debuff on a boss really easy to achieve every single time. So that is the Treasure Hunter max gear fight, and I'm gonna now let Warder Fortitude kill me, and my dumbass didn't have re-raise on, so I had to go back to town and flee back here to get to him before he despawned, which I had managed to do, and then after that, I fought him again with just the Gandrings on and my Malignance gear set, and no other TH in any of my armor slots, no Chak belt, obviously no ring because I still only had the crafting ring and not the TH ring. So we're going to watch that fight, and you're going to see that it literally took twice as long to actually win that battle and get the TH14 on the boss with minimal TH gear, right? So that's what we're doing from this point forward, so enjoy. Honestly, I have no clue how fast the recording is being sped up at this moment, so we'll just bear with me on that. Alright guys, so now we've got TH14 as you can see in the top right corner, and I went a little too far in the video, so I'll have to rewind it just a little bit so you can see in the party chat. Here we are. So that is with just dual Gandrings equipped right there, and you can clearly see that it took me 3,571 swings, which was way more than what it was previously, which was like 1780, something like that, 1773, I forget. Whatever the number was, it's literally double that, just using half the amount of TH gear, which the math kind of checks out if you think about it. It's exponentially harder to raise Treasure Hunter from 8 to 9 to 10 to 11 to 12 to 13 and to 14 as you use less and less Treasure Hunter Plus equipment. When you're scaling up the TH debuff on the target with less Treasure Hunter buffs on your character, it's much more difficult to land the TH+1 debuff on the target. So by adding more Treasure Hunter gear to your character, you're actually saving yourself a lot of time because it's maximizing on your percent likelihood of actually getting a +1 TH debuff on the boss, right? So when I was using Treasure Hunter plus 24 in gear and traits, well, it would have been 25 if I had the ring, like I said. I have the Vorseal plus the other 23 in gear and traits. So Treasure Hunter plus 24 gear and traits, I was able to do it in half the time with half the attacks. But when I was only using Treasure Hunter plus 10 in gear and traits, I was able to do it in double the time, 3,571 swings. This video took an hour to record, just me smashing this guy in the face, and it also needs to be noted that I did a lot more sneak attack, feint, trick attack combos in the second fight because it did take longer, so those job abilities were off of cooldown much more frequently because it took twice as long to do it. So I ended up actually hitting the boss with twice as many job abilities, and as you probably already know, with your gifts and everything else in this game, and your feint merits, for example, when you use your job abilities as a master thief with max feint merits, it's going to actually be a little bit more likely that you raise the TH with that effect. So keep that in mind as well. It wasn't just auto attacks the entire time. Hold on. My phone is telling me it's Dynamis time, so we need to wrap this up. So keep that in mind, that because I'm a master thief, and I was using the job abilities more frequently in the second fight, I actually, if I did not use any job abilities the entire time, it would have been even worse. We're talking probably 1,000 or more, even more than that, maybe 4,000 or 5,000 total swings to get the TH14 if I never used feint, sneak attack, trick attack, bully, any of that shit. But I did, and this is the result. So the numbers are a bit fudged simply because I used more feints in the second fight, but still, playing Thief as best as you can, using feint when it's up, using sneak attack and trick attack appropriately when they're both up, you still end up using twice as much of your time to kill this guy with TH14 than you would if you had better gear. So the takeaway for this video is if you're fighting content where the target dies really quickly, it doesn't matter what your treasure hunter gear is, really, because you're going to get 8 or 9 before the boss dies, maybe 10 or 11. But if you want to fight a boss that takes much longer to kill, 20 or 30 minutes or more, like this boss does, then you want to max out on your treasure hunter gear because you're going to get more swings in on the target before you actually kill the target. Okay? And because you're able to do that, it's just going to benefit you a little bit better. So there's two different modes that I play when I play Thief. If I'm fighting content that's really quick and easy to kill, like Dynamis bosses, like the Red Eyes, for example, then I'll just use dual wield Gandrings, have my TH plus 6 in gear, my TH plus 3 in job traits, that's TH plus 9. My chances of getting a Treasure Hunter 9 debuff on the boss is almost always going to happen. My Treasure Hunter 10 chance is maybe a little bit more rare, and my 11 is extremely rare with that gear set. But if I'm fighting maybe the Mega Boss, maybe I'm fighting the Mid-Boss statue and it's going to take 20 minutes of grinding, or something like this. Maybe I'm fighting Warder of Fortitude and it's going to take take 30 minutes of grinding, poking away at him. Then I want to max out on every gear slot, TH in every slot, because I know the fight's going to last long enough. I'm going to get multiple feints off. I'm going to get multiple sneak and trick attacks off. And I'm going to get thousands of swings, each of which are going to have a chance to trigger Treasure Hunter +1 debuff on the target. And if that's the case, and the fight is going to be 30 or more minutes, then you want to max out the TH gear. So those are the two modes that I go. Low TH for the fast content, high TH for the long grindy content. And by doing that, I'm going to get the best gear over time as I possibly can. And after testing, I swear by this. These are the two ways that you play Thief. And having dual-wield Gandrings is a plus because I could just switch on my Treasure Hunter armor and switch it back off. Easy peasy, no problem. And of course, if I want to kill the boss, I have to actually use magic damage, so I'm going to just spam Alien Edge a few times, and then the boss is going to just drop. So I'll fast forward a little bit, we'll get that done. Easy peasy, ladies and gentlemen, easy peasy. So that's the takeaway from the video. Dual-wield Gandrings, use Malignance set, low TH value, but really good results, fast kills. If you have the grindy fight, that's going to take 30 or more minutes. Use the TH gear, use the JSEs for Thief, use Dark Matter Ogged, Reason Jima gear, Herculean set, use Chak Belt, get the 300k build, Adeline ring, whatever, if you want. It doesn't matter. And then your results are going to be better for the long run. In the long haul, the 30-minute fight, you're good to go. So that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next one.